Hey guys, it's Sunday night. I haven't really done many more updates, but I am on the upcome. I really want to read that book one day, Angie Thomas. I also really want to read The Hate U Give. I still haven't posted a video this weekend, and I need to, so maybe that will be one of my tasks Monday night. While I was having my whole sleep survival tidiness crisis, things that are more creative, I was already filled up on creativity with the dining room chairs, so I really didn't have a lot of time to be creative with booktube, but I really want to, and I have been doing better sleep-wise, and the habits that I'm starting to form or listen to again are actually working, because it is about 9:45 and I had a nap today from 7 to 8 because I was so tired. And then I was like, oh no, even though I'm feeling awake now, and I just cleaned up my coffee table, so that's why I'm gonna take a bit and do this in front of it so it looks like I'm tidy. I was like, no, even though you're still feeling awake, you still need to get to bed at about 10 or 10 past 10 to continue this, because that's what I was doing. I was napping and then staying up late because I felt awake, but that was just not working, so it's going good. I decided to pick up another Thoroughbred book before I really dive into a Game of Thrones. At the moment, I've just read Daenerys' POV, and there's nothing wrong with it. She was the absolute first chapter and I really enjoyed Daenerys' point of views, but I just feel like because I had such a long slog of books that I just wasn't enjoying, I really want to again just read another really quick one that I know that I'll enjoy, that will give me the satisfaction of actually finishing something, because I'm just a bit it was almost like I was getting towards being in a slump, but these ones will pull me out of it. So I'm not very far into this one because I didn't really read a lot over the weekend. My sister was down, we looked at bridesmaids dresses, that was a lot of fun. Maybe I'll insert a clip if they let me. But I am hoping to speed through this for the rest of the week and hopefully have finished up the rest of the reading vlog, which will be this Wednesday in a couple days. Have finished this book and be moving on to the Game of Thrones. Hi guys, it's Thursday morning. I am up to page 50 of the part 2 of the third book of Song of Ice and Fire, Blood and Gold. Now I'm going to be talking very mild spoilers, I think, judging by most people in the universe. But I will tell you guys and respect your opinion on spoilers and stuff like that, because not with every book or every series, but particularly with A Song of Ice and Fire, I don't want to know anything. I don't want anybody to discuss anything with me, even if probably the only way that I would feel comfortable discussing something with someone is if they've only exclusively read the books like me and they're only up to where I am. Because I find even with the TV show, maybe there's been foreshadowing that's been more obvious to the TV show than to me, or they've mixed things around a bit. But because a lot of the draw card that people got me to read A Song of Ice and Fire is that George R.R. Martin is supposed to be really brutal with his character deaths, and I actually don't agree still. Up to this third book, there's only been one important character that has died or that was murdered, justice dealt. I'm not really sure, it depends what point of view you're looking from. And I didn't really care because that character was starting to frustrate me in the end. But I don't want to be reading the third book and I don't want to hear someone talking about a character, even to say that wait and see what happens to this female character in the next book, and I'm I don't want to know that, because if she's in any life or death situations in the book that I'm reading, I know that she survives, and there goes all the suspense. And I'm reading this book to hopefully witness someone dying. There's even, I've heard from the TV shows, there is a death and then a resurrection. And I feel like I would have been upset by this character's death, but I know that he comes back, so I'm not going to be sad anymore, and that shits me. So I'm just letting you guys know that I'm going to be talking really mild, really mild spoilers, but I will be mentioning a character's name to talk about how I'm feeling. And if you don't want to know that by the third book, A Storm of Swords, Part 2, this character is still alive, then don't listen to this part. I'll put spoilers up here until it disappears. Probably my favourite character at the moment is Jaime Lannister, because we are getting so much depth to him in this book. Like, oh my god, we are learning so much about him. And I can't bring myself to hate the Lannisters as a family. And I know, like, Tyrion is generally, like, a crowd favourite, and I understand why, because I love Tyrion as well. But the only person that I kind of really dislike and think is a solid villain is actually Tywin, the, like, dad/grandpa, depending on whose point of view that you're from. I can't bring myself to hate Jaime, and maybe, like, I don't know, maybe the TV show is a bit more black and white. I'm not sure. I'm planning on watching it after I read the books. But Jaime just feels so much guilt for his past and for a lot of things. And it's kind of like, even though he has, like, chosen the path that his life has been taken, it's like he's been given two options and he just has to take the lesser of two evils. And he doesn't ever necessarily get given a choice that he would be super happy with. So I do feel sorry for him a lot of the time. Him and Cersei, actually, together, I feel sorry for them. But I'm just, like, that chapter with Jaime is just so interesting, and I'm so excited to see how his relationship develops with a side character that he just had, like, a surprising interaction with this chapter. So I'm really enjoying this. Hi everyone, it is Friday the 2nd of October. Oh my god, how is it already October? I am so behind on birthday presents for my two sisters and my mum that have their birthday this month. Don't even get me started on Christmas. I am not ready. Everybody keeps talking about how ready they are for the year to be over because it's just so terrible, but it's kind of like, do you not realise that coronavirus isn't just going to end at the end of this year? Like, I understand everybody's, like, willingness for, like, closure and things to be done, and it feels nice, and when a new year dawns you feel helpful, you feel hopeful, but I just don't think it's going to go away as easy as that. But I'm probably not really the best person to be whinging about coronavirus, because aside from it kind of impacting my wedding, I'm in a regional area in New South Wales, in Australia, and we have not had a case in this area in ages. So I don't really have anything to whinge about, but I do understand, and it's pretty shitty for everybody. But I don't know, has this, like, united us as, like, a world? I'm not really sure. I haven't really looked at what's going on in other countries at the moment. I'm looking forward to the weekend because I'm reading a book that I think I'm going to want to sit down and read long chunks of, maybe, which is still the third book in A Song of Ice and Fire, A Storm of Swords, Part 2, Blood and Gold by George R.R. Martin. I love that they're in parts. Oh my god, I love it so much. This is a really cool cover. I don't think you can see it properly, maybe. It's like a really lovely purple. Hopefully I'll be in the light a bit more to show you guys this, but I'm up to page 60. We've only had a couple of perspectives so far. I'm looking forward to probably one of my favourite characters at the moment, not the one I talked about in the last reading vlog, but one of my other favourite characters. I haven't actually been in their perspective yet, so I'm really looking forward to that. And it's just, again, I'm so, like, blown away by how much I'm actually enjoying this series now. Potentially because they're in parts, so it's a bit easier for me to read. I don't have to read like 1,000 pages and feel like I'm going nowhere. But I just feel like I'm either gelling with George R.R. Martin more, or his writing has gotten better. And it's just so much more entertaining, I guess, that I know what the characters are doing and I actually, like, probably care about them now. But it's just so much fun. And I am really, every time, like, I finish a chapter, it's nice because a chapter kind of finishes for a character and it's pretty contained, and that's really good. So it kind of finishes off nicely when I need it to, but I want to keep reading. I want to see what the other characters are doing, because we've only been, I think we've done like maybe 3 perspectives so far, 3 or 4, and I want to see what everybody else is doing because this is the start of the book and I'm missing them. So I'm going to get going because I'm running out of time to get ready for work, but it's Friday and I'm so excited, and there's a long weekend on Monday. Monday is Labor Day, I believe, so I actually get 3 days off. And as a Monday to Friday worker, I'm always very excited for Friday.
and yeah, just to have some days off. I'm hoping to do some more home improvement DIY kind of stuff. I've been doing a lot of work in the backyard. Anyways, I'll chat to you guys in my next update. Bye!
Hey guys, Sunday, sometime after lunch. I'm at page 134. And, oh, my heart. So one of my issues with George R.R. Martin is that he doesn't appear to be as bloodthirsty with the main characters as I thought. Like, don't get me wrong, the series is bloody and gruesome, it's about war, there are ruthless people in it. But so far, only like one of the main characters has died. And I've been like, yeah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But now this is just such a shock. And I'm not, can I be surprised? Like, not surprised, but still shocked? Does that, I don't know. It's not unbelievable. It makes 100% sense now that I've read it. But I'm just, I don't want to have read it. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but someone that I really liked has been killed. And I'm like, kind of glad because Martin's living up to his name. Hey, I'm going to have the same surname as him soon. Not related, but it's a pretty common surname, but I just figured that out then. But yeah, I'm just, my heart. And then I'm just like, oh my god, like, what's gonna happen? And I have to keep reading, and I can't talk about it because it's spoilers, but I just, oh man, I'm a bit teary, like, I just, I'm kind of like in my other side of things glad, because I am glad to be reading a book that I'm enjoying enough to be feeling this way about it. Gosh. Because it doesn't really happen all the time now. Since I'm reading through my TBR, it doesn't always, like, I'm still kind of reading stuff that was old me tastes, so it's good. And I'm hoping that, like, next year I'll be reading a lot more that, like, hurts me heart in a good way. But, yeah. So I'm going to keep reading. I may keep updating you guys, I don't know. Oh my gosh. Hey guys, it's Saturday morning and I'm just about to start having some breakfast before I head out to go up shopping and a tiny little bit of food shopping because we've run out of milk and I can't have a coffee and I'm sad, but eventually I will. I just wanted to tell you guys that I finished listening to another audiobook, not Voyager. That'd be a bit crazy. I'm not sure whether I have explained why I've stopped reading Voyager at the moment, so I'll cut this if I already have. But basically I got a new phone, and even though I backed up like my previous phone, all the apps and photos and stuff, and I put it onto my new one, you still got to sign into your accounts on your new phone. And so I signed into my Audible, and normally it does sync up where you were to like your new app. It'll ask you like, do you want to sync? And even though I said yes, I don't know whether it's because Voyager is like 45 hours that it just couldn't handle it, but it stopped. And now I don't know what chapter I'm up to because I wasn't really updating super much. I do have a little bit of Goodreads for Sense to help me, but I just couldn't be bothered to catch up. I'm not sure when I will, maybe sometime soon because I was kind of in the mood again, but I decided to pick up an audiobook which is the next Georgina Nicholson. I'm not sure what number it is, but it's called And That's When It Fell Off in My Hand, and she's just talking about her fake eyelashes falling off in her hands, which she calls her boy entrances. So I've just finished that. I won't go into too much detail because this is not my wrap up for October, but I had a really fun time. Still not the best volumes, these are kind of slow middle ones, but Georgina is still hilarious and it like made me giggle quite a few times. Hopefully I'll get some reading done today, but I feel like I'm a bit, that Blood and Gold is a bit sad for me. Even though I was looking forward to a character death, I'm kind of like, is everyone going to be depressed now? But I've had a bit of a break. I've read something funny now, or listened to something funny, and I'm hoping over this weekend I will be able to
read a bit more of it, but I have to clean and tidy the house. I'll chat to you guys again next time.
Hey everybody, it is Editing Joe coming to finish out this segment. I finally got my stuff together to edit and put up another video, but the reading vlogs that I was doing, even though I wasn't editing anything, are so long now. If I published it, it would be like a 35-minute video, and I don't want to do that. So this is going to be the end of part 1 of this long reading vlog, and I hope you enjoy the next one. Thanks so much for watching. I'll probably put the next one up in the next day, but thank you everybody. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next